Hello everyone, welcome to the new episode of Keyshot tutorial series. In this video, I'll be discussing properties of Keyshot materials and basic material types. Before we start analyzing materials used in Keyshot, let's quickly go through the material properties which are found in most of the materials. The first property I'll be discussing is diffuse parameter. When you are working in Keyshot, you can think of diffuse as the material color. You can understand diffuse as a way how light reflects off the material. Light rays will behave differently with the changing surfaces. The diffuse slider in many material will control the color of the diffuse rays on the material. Let's see how it works in Keyshot. You can see I have imported a CAD model of mobile phone. See what happens when I plug in any texture in the diffuse. I will cover the material nodes in later videos. For now, you can see the surface of the material starts to look like the texture. So if you want to change the surface color of your model part, then you can use diffuse texture. The second property I'm going to discuss is the specular. Specular reflections are reflections that are bounced off a material surface without scattering. Materials appear reflective or shiny when a surface is polished and has very less or no imperfections. When the specular color is set to black, a material will have no specular reflections and will not appear reflective or shiny. A specular color set to white will give 100% reflectivity for that material. Metals do not have diffuse color, so any color will be derived entirely from the specular color. The specular parameter will control the color and intensity of the specular light reflection on a material. Let's go back to the mobile phone design. See what happens when I plug in this black and white texture in mobile. You can see how specular level changes at each part. The part where black is there, there's no shininess. And the places where white color is there, you can see the changes as gradient change. Next property we are going to discuss is the refractive index. Reflection occurs because light travels through different media at different speeds. This reduction in speed is referred as a material's refractive index and is represented by a number. For example, water has an index of 1.33 and the glass has an index of 1.5 and diamonds have index of refraction of 2.4. You can go to the internet and search for the refractive index values and plug them to your material. Keyshot will show them accurately. Next property is caustics. Caustics is the pattern of light and color that occur when light rays are refracted or reflected. You can see the image, which correctly explains the phenomena of caustics clearly. In Keyshot, caustics will work inherently with the volumes, like scattering media. However, caustics will only be applied to light sources, which are outside the volume, and this is only supported in interior mode. In the second part of the video, we are going to discuss basic materials in Keyshot and their properties. Basic materials include diffuse, flat, glass solid, liquid, metal, paint, plastic, thin film, and translucent. We are going to discuss each of them with their parameters. The first one is the diffuse. The diffuse material type is used for easily creating any kind of non-reflective material. It has only one parameter that can be changed. The diffuse color, which you can apply by any texture or just by picking color. Since it is an entirely diffuse material, specular maps are not available. Our next material type is flat. The flat material type is a very simple material type that produces an unshaded, perfectly even color over the entire part to which it is applied. You can understand the clear difference between diffuse by comparing these two surfaces, where you can see the first one is the diffuse material and other one is flat. The next material we are going to discuss is the glass. That is a simple material type for creating glass material. Compared to solid glass material, which is the next material we will be discussing, this material type lacks the roughness and color density setting. But it adds the two-sided option, which is very useful. When you have a part that is just a single surface, or surface having no thickness, and you want to make it reflective and transparent, but not refractive, like windshield or vehicles. When we apply glass materials on any geometry, we get three optional parameters: color, refractive index, and refractive, which is a tick box. Color can be applied via texture or a color picker. You can set the value of refractive index using this slider, and you can tick on refractive to decide whether you want refractive properties in glass or not. And you can see here what happens when we change the parameters here. Solid glass. The glass material type provides a physically accurate glass material. Solid glass also takes thickness of the model in account, which makes it simulate colors accurately. There are 4 parameters in solid glass which can be changed: color, transparency distance, refractive index, and roughness. The first one is the color. The color parameter controls the overall color of this material type. The amount of color that you see in this material is highly dependent on the transparency setting as well. If you set a color but it looks too faint, try decreasing the transparency distance. Next parameter is the transparency distance. This slider controls the depth of the color selected in the color setting, depending on the thickness of the part to which the material is applied. After setting a color in the color setting, use transparency distance to make that color more or less saturated and prominent. A lower setting will show the color more in the thin areas of the model, and a high setting will make the color faint in the thin areas. Next parameter is roughness. Roughness on this type of material will spread out the highlights on the surface, similar to what you see on other non-transparent materials. However, it also spreads out the light that is transmitted through the material. This can be set to low value to produce more imperfect result, or to a higher value to smooth out the noise for the smoother frosted look. You can see what happens when I change the parameters. Next material type we are going to discuss is the liquid. Using this material type, you can create any liquid by tweaking few parameters. The liquid material type is a variant of the solid glass material that has the added ability to set the outside refractive index. This allows you to accurately create surfaces that represent the interface between, for example, a glass container and water. There are 2 parameters in liquid which are different than the solid glass. Those 2 parameters are color out and the refractive index outside. The first parameter is the color out. This option controls the color of the light on the outside of the material. It is needed when rendering containers with liquid. In the example of a water glass, you will need to have a dedicated surface for where the liquid and the glass meet. On this surface, you should set the color of the glass with the transmission out settings and control the color of the liquid with the transmission settings. If the glass and liquid both are clear, set both transmission and transmission out to white. And the second parameter is the refractive index outside. This is an advanced setting that allows you to accurately simulate the interface between 2 different refracting materials. The most common use for this when you are working on a container with liquid inside, like a water glass. In such a scene, you will need a single surface to represent where the glass and water meet. On this surface, you have the liquid on the inside, and therefore you should set the refractive index to 1.33. On the outside, you have the glass, and you should set the refractive index outside to 1.5. Next material type we are going to discuss is the metal. Metals are the most used material type in KeyShot. You can make polished or roughed material through it. You can create various changes to material. When you pick metal as a material type, you get 2 options: color or measured. When color is selected, it controls the colors which will be reflected when light falls on the metal surface. Next parameter that you will see is roughness. It adds the imperfections to get to color surface. When value is set to 0, you will find that the surface to be polished and perfectly smooth. You can also add roughness textures by clicking on this left tiny icon. So the next option that you can select is the preset. The measured option includes 13 metal presets including aluminum, brass, chromium, copper, gold, iron, magnesium, nickel, niobium, platinum, silver, titanium, and zinc, along with the ability to load complex IOR files. Roughness option we have already discussed. Next option you will see is the anodized. This option can be used if you want to simulate your metal as it is being anodized. You can control the color of the anodized surface using three parameters. First one is the film refractive index. You can increase reflection intensity by increasing this value. The second parameter is film extinction coefficient. You can control the absorption of light through this option. Use this extinction coefficient value to be 0 if you want dielectric coating, and use non-zero for non-metallic coating. Next parameter is the film thickness. It does what it says, but it also affects the surface color. The paint material type is used when a non-metallic paint appearance is required. It provides a quick way to set a base color, and then control the clear coat on top of the model. The parameters are color, roughness, refractive index. The important one here is the refractive index. It controls the intensity of the clear coat. If you want shiny surface, you should go for the higher values. You can make matte finish by bringing the value closer to 1. Let's move on to next material type, that is plastic. You can create simple plastic material with itself. This is a very versatile material type that is used for anything from concrete to woods. The parameters that we can tweak are diffuse, specular, roughness, and refractive index. The default value of 1.5 is accurate for most of the plastics. We have already discussed these material properties, so let's go to the next type. Next material type is thin film. This material type provides iridescent effect similar to the soap bubble. The parameters that you can vary are refractive index, color filter, and thickness. The refractive index settings control the amount of reflections on the surface. You can increase the refractive index value to get more reflection intensity. Next parameter is the thickness. Change in thickness of the film also leads to change in color. If you are increasing the thickness value to high, then you will get colored ring on surface. The ideal value is between 100 and 1000. Last parameter is the color filter. Color filter setting act as a color multiplier. If color filter is set to white color, then film color will be decided by thickness parameter. And the last material type we are going to discuss is the translucent. This material type lets us control the scattering properties which can be found in skin, plastic, and many other materials. The variable properties are surface colors, subsurface color, translucency, texture, specular, and roughness, and few others are refractive index and global illumination. Let's go through them one by one. Surface color controls the diffuse color of the outer materials. Surface color control the diffuse color of the outer surface of the material. Subsurface color controls the color that light will take on as it passes through the material. Human skin is a great example of subscattering effect. When a bright light shines through the thin skin between fingers, the light is colored by what lies beneath the surface and comes back more red. Next parameter is translucency. It controls how deep light penetrates into and through the surface, depending on the units. The next one, texture, controls the surface color settings. This color multiplies and blends with the texture color. If it is set to white, it won't affect the surface color. Next are roughness and specular, which we have already discussed. In this video, we have covered the basic material and their detailed analysis of their parameters. In the upcoming videos, I will be discussing the advanced materials, cutaway materials, X-ray materials, and the most awaited material nodes. So it's time to turn up the gears, hold your seats, and enjoy this journey. See you in the next episode.